Sup Minecrafters, SirRobHiFi here, and I'm in my legit world. As you can see, Ghast trap is, well, almost finished. I got some damage to the curtain here. I've had a few Ghast incidents, close calls, and luckily throughout this whole build they haven't destroyed anything. I haven't lost a piece of rail or redstone or anything. So I've had some close calls, but I've managed to avoid damage. I've moved the access ladder. It goes all the way up to the ceiling over here, so there's nothing in the middle now. I've left this whole area underneath open. I got rid of my little work area, and at the moment this is the spot where the pigmen fall down, and I haven't done anything with it yet as far as collecting loot. Whether I just let them fall to their death, I may do something with a railway line and riding a cart back and forth. We'll see. So now I've got all my materials underneath here. I'm underneath the crusher, and I've enclosed it in glass so that if I'm out and about around here and a ghast comes down, then he can't shoot me. This section where they fall down is still open, and I think I want to enclose it. I don't know if they're going to be able to shoot at me while they're falling down. I guess it's possible, so I might want to test it out next one I catch. I have actually had one ghast in the trap and everything worked perfectly. The ghast fell down here. You triggered a replacement cart from this. I don't know if you can just about make it out. There's a pressure plate there. So he triggered a replacement cart which went back up to refill the stack, and he fell down onto this rail, ended up in the crusher in here, and he died, and he dropped a piece of gunpowder. So no luck on the first kill as far as ghast is, but anyway, it's working. Next thing to do is I'm gonna have to tidy some stuff up, maybe tweak some things, make it a little bit more attractive. I don't know, it's a bit of an ugly beast. And so hook up this area underneath the crusher here, so it'll be my little safe zone. And I have to work out what I'm going to do down here for magma cubes, because one of the changes I made was I moved the rail one block closer to the spawning strip, which made it simpler as far as the piston pushers. I only have to push pistons one block now instead of having double piston pushers. But the side effect of that is that the gap is now only 2 wide, so the 3 wide slimes, magma cubes, can't fall down the gap anymore. But it means that they can be picked up by the carts. So, well, although I haven't seen it happen yet, because I've only just set it up, this should be able to pick up a magma cube, drop it down here, put it in the crusher, and because of these blocks along the side, it's going to start suffocating, and then it will break up into the 4 medium size magma cubes. They won't be able to fall down this gap because they are, I believe, 2 by 2. Anyway, they won't be able to fit down here, so I'm going to have to figure out something with that, because they're probably going to suffocate until they break down to the 1 by 1 little cubes, because they're going to be stuck right in this area. So we'll have to see how that works and then come up with something. Now if it does break into the small cubes, there's a possibility they'd get out here onto the track and foul things up. But I'm just going to have to deal with that as it happens and come up with a solution then. What else? Yeah, I've got what's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think it's 5 levels of strips. Maybe it's 6. Uh-oh. Look at that, he's right up against the curtain there. But he can't see me. Wow, and I can't hit him. Stupid, I was aiming above his mouth, which is not his hitbox. I should know that by now. So, that glowstone keeps making me think I've got a ghast up there. Oh, what else did I do? I also, along the very top of the trap, you can just about make out that I've got vines growing down the side of the trap now. Let's go up there and have a look. Come on, sprint. I'll go all the way to the top. Yeah. This took a long time. It took me, I don't know, a couple hours a day. I was working on it several hours a day over the last few days. And that's why there hasn't been a video. I did start recording a video late last night, but I was fumbling my words even worse than normal, and I was really tired. It was 3:30 in the morning, and it was just horrible, so I scrapped it. So I'm doing this over. Alright, so I've got my access to the roof of the trap here, and this is the topmost one of the Pez dispensers. So if I lean out on the side, you can just about see I've got all of this vine hanging off, and this top is half slabs on top of cobblestone blocks. So you can see I've got a new set of vines growing down the side here, and it's going to be a cheap way of keeping everything enclosed. The ghasts can't get out from the sides anyway, but especially important, I don't want them to be able to see out. So on this end of the trap I've got glass going all the way down to the bottom, and then this section of the trap is got a too wide floor of glass so that if I'm underneath the trap they can't see me. If I'm accessing this area with the carts, and I've still got a half slab the slopes and stuff because of these pigment spawns, but if I'm anywhere in this area they can't see me because I've got glass, and it should be pretty safe now. I may put in a roof on the top of this in case I want to do some stuff up top here. And although I don't, I think ghasts can shoot up at you, but they're about as good as shooting up as they are shooting down. They'll miss me, and they won't destroy the vines if I'm like right up there because they'll hit the cobble. But if they hit down lower, if they hit the vines here, that destroys the vines from here all the way to the ground, which is a pain. And I've had that a few times. What else? Oh yeah, the other thing that I was talking about in the last video was I was going to put in ladders. I don't know what I was thinking, putting ladders on each level. I don't need to do that. I need to put signs, and then down here, oh, okay, I've got ladders down here, but I lowered them one block, the signs above, because the pigmen were not walking off with the signs at this level. They're walking around them as if they knew they were dangerous. And if you saw that pigman there, that is going to be an issue at times. they fall down, they can, and if they're pushing in one direction, like say they fall from this side and they're pushing this direction, get out of it. They can hit one of these spawning strips and land on here, but hopefully they'll turn around and drop down the hole anyway, like that guy did just now. That is a bit of an issue, and the gap between this and this surface here is a little bit too big. I should fill it in, like down here I can show you. Just putting in a row of cobble here, so that when they're falling down against this side, there's no way that they're going to land on any of this stuff or any of these spots here. So they'll just keep falling down until they hit the ladders. And like I said, the ladders were, the idea was to make it so that they would all fall from the same height, but as you can see, because there's a 4 high gap between here and the spawning surface, it's going to be unavoidable sometimes. They're going to land on these strips and take some damage, so it's not going to be good for XP farming, that's for sure. But the ones that do survive the fall down to the bottom, that I want to survive, I can still use my looting sword on them. Let's see, is there anything else? I noticed a strange thing with my armor. This is not enchanted at all, but the last set of armor I had protection on the helmet, chest and legs, and blast resistance on the boots. And although none of them say anything about feather falling, what I noticed is that I could fall from this height from the ladders to the ground without dying when I had those enchants, but without, I can't. If I fall down here now, that'll kill me unless I can get onto this glass. Let's do that. So yeah, I was able to fall all the way to ground level to these half slabs and still have half a heart, which is bizarre because I thought that you specifically would need feather falling, so that's something. It's either the protection or the blast resistance. I don't think it's the blast resistance. So protection 1 must give you some level of protection from fall damage, which I didn't realise. You learn something new every day, right? So what else have we got? Got to wait on these vines to come down and close the drop area probably. And of course, suppression. How could I forget? I've been doing a little bit of suppression around this side of the area. I'm going to drop off here, but I don't want to kill myself stupidly. Alright, this whole area had big flat surfaces around. There's still some places like this, but as you can see now, it looks like the Battle of the Somme or something. It's a real mess. It's craters everywhere, and the way I've been doing that is literally taunting these guys, and a couple of half slabs placed. This is an example. This flat surface here, these 2 half slabs have made it so no ghasts can spawn on this level, and I just have to keep going around and finding if there's anywhere where there's a space that has 5x5 free, like a ghast could spawn right on this spot because he's got 2 spaces to that side, 2 spaces to that side. He's got spaces this side and that side, so there's nothing obstructing him from spawning on this. Don't know if this affects anything, I doubt it. So yeah, you just have to stick down half slabs wherever you can see a spot that's 5x5 airspaces above a block. Let's just taunt this guy. Come on, give it your best shot. You're pathetic, you cross-eyed git. Look at him. I know why people are scared of Ghast. They're just ridiculous. They can't hit you unless they're down about this level. Even this won't hit me. See, it's pathetic. But it's handy because it saves me a lot of gunpowder. He's blowing it all up for me. And as I gradually go round, I've been putting the fires out, and then I can reassess. Put a couple half slabs down on these surfaces. Anywhere there's a pit like this, see that's only 3 wide, no Ghast can spawn in here. This is 4 wide at its most. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that way, but only 4 width, so nowhere in that pit can a Ghast spawn, so that's safe. So I know I've mentioned this before, but the idea of suppressing Ghast spawning, it's really not as bad as you may originally think. You know, it's not like I have to go and level the whole area and place half slabs. It's not like I have to place half slabs everywhere. And yeah, I have had, like I said, 1 Ghast spawn in the trap so far. I was a bit lucky because there's still thousands of spawnable blocks around here. And I'm still not 100% on all the details of Ghast spawning, like proximity to the player and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure the minimum is still going to be 24, like other hostiles, but or any mobs, but I'm not sure about the maximum because they seem to be able to spawn a long way off without despawning. So figuring out what kind of a perimeter, how far out I want to go, is going to be just sort of trial and error, I guess. If I just kind of do an area and then gradually spiral out around the trap, each area I do will increase the spawn rates in the trap itself, and eventually you should get up to a decent amount. Probably not as good as just running around the nether with a bow and trying to shoot down Ghasts over solid ground so you can collect the tears. That's probably still going to be your quickest and easiest way to get Ghast tears, but that's not what this is all about, is it? It's about the challenge. Alright, I'm going to end it here, guys, and I'll see you later with the next update. See ya.